I want to talk about the sealed keyword in C#, and it looks just like this. The sealed keyword is quite useful for restricting inheritance at class level. What does that mean? Here I have an example of multi-level inheritance in C#. I have a game class, which is like the mother, for example. I have video game, which is the child, and then I have Super Mario, which is the grandchild. So it looks something like this. So here's the base class game. It only has one method that says what is cool. And it's marked as virtual, so that means any child classes of this can choose to override this method if they would like to. Then underneath the base class game, I have one called video game that inherits from game, and it does override that method. But instead of saying the game is cool, it's saying this video game is cool. And then I have the kind of grandchild class in this application, and that's inheriting from video game, and it too is overriding the what is cool method, and now it says Super Mario is cool. So if I look at this application here where I set up 3 objects and just call those methods, it's just going to output the results of those methods, and that is polymorphism. So what I can do with the sealed keyword, I can actually restrict inheritance on a class. So video game is like the filling of this sandwich. Its parent is game, but its child is Super Mario. So for example, if I say this was a sealed class, that means no other classes can inherit from this class. So it can't have any more children. Imagine it to be like maybe a vasectomy or something like that. However you want to try and remember that. So now if I go to the child class, you can see now there's a problem. Super Mario cannot derive from sealed class video game because video game can't have any more children. It's sealed, so it prevents inheritance at class level here. And what do I mean at class level? That just means on this line right here. However, we can actually use it at method level as well. And that restricts any further inheritance on a method. So not the whole class, but just a method. So we cannot put this in the base class. So as a rule of thumb, we can never put this in the master class, the ultimate parent. What we would do, we define a method here called whatIsCool, and we mark it as virtual. Okay, and when something is marked as virtual, that means the child class can provide their own definition by overriding the method. We've done this before. So now I go to the immediate child, which is video game. I'm overriding this method, right? This is the first time we're overriding this method because it's the immediate child. This is where I can make use of the sealed keyword. So you can only use sealed with override. You can't use it with virtual. So it has to be at least one level lower. So now I'm restricting any further access to this method whatIsCool. Now the poor Super Mario class, it can no longer use this method, you can see. So cannot override inherited member whatIsCool because it's sealed. So using the sealed keyword prevents at class level any further inheritance of the class itself, and at method level prevents any further overriding of the method, as long as the method is marked as sealed. So that's the power of the sealed keyword in C#.